Hi, it's Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is January 9th, 2022. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, we're gonna go. Before we start, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. It really does help me, and I appreciate that. So thank you. We're gonna go quickly today, and this one will be a little bit different. I'm sticking to a weekly chart format. I think it's gonna give a better idea of what is going on in the markets, and I'm gonna start with ETF, and then I'm gonna go into individual stocks because the market is a little wonky and there is some safety in ETFs. So you may want to consider some of those. All right, so let's get started. The Qs, growth stocks have not been doing well. It's right on this area of support. Good chance we get a bounce into this, in this tightening area right here early next week. After that, who knows? But eventually, if we get the bounce, great. But that could just lead to a further decline in the ETF. So and growth stocks in general. So just be aware of that. Again, I think early week bounce kind of makes sense because it's a pretty big week down right there. But then by the end of the week, we may be rolling over. We'll see. All right, let's get started though, because I got a lot to go over today. First one will be the energy ETF, XLE, again, weekly charts. You see nice breakout here of this area, which has been important in the past. Again, it's getting extended from its moving averages. So a pullback to let them catch up would make sense, or at least sideways action. All right, we're going to go quickly, get pen, get paper, write them down. Chesapeake Energy looks like it came back out on market. It went bankrupt at one point, I believe, but now it's back and it's hitting all-time highs. CNQ. This one, Canadian Natural Resources. Again, really big area right here. Expectation would be, that it's going to pull back or go sideways and then break out. MTDR. Again, we're going to go quickly here. Again, trying to push to all-time highs. I think it's got to build out the space just a little bit more, but the breakout here would be very, very bullish. OXY. Not quite all-time highs, obviously, but this is a significant area after a nice big push. So a break above here would be pretty important, I think. PXD. Trying to get to all-time highs here. Decent move, about 10% or so to get there, but it's building out a really nice base. And a break above here would be, above 230-ish would be important. And these are weekly charts. That was PXD. Next up, SLB. Again, prior area of importance. Price coming up into it. Expect the pullback and then the breakout again on the weekly. So this could take a week or 2 weeks to manifest. But that's what I'm thinking there. LNT. Again, beautiful chart, trying to break out, making kind of a VCP-ish. One more pullback and then the breakout would make sense to me. And last one in this group is FANG, F-A-N-G. Again, not quite to all-time highs, but trying to get there. A little pullback and then the breakout into all-time would be really, really important in this name. All right, there you go. That was XLE. Next up will be mostly regional banks in this one. And here's the KRE, and you can see breaking out to all-time highs. That's always a positive. Again, it's getting extended, so a pullback would make sense. Some of the constituents. Here's BK. That's Bank of New York Mellon, trying to get to all-time highs. Beautiful base, again, on the weekly, going back to 2000. PVCT. Very close to all-time highs. Trying to break out again, just got extended, wait for the pullback, and then the breakout. STL. Sterling Bancorp broke out to all-time highs, got extended, wait for this retest and let 27, 50-ish hold, and then that's an area to buy potentially. UCBI. This one, breaking out to all-time, not all-time highs, but breaking out to highs here. And again, there's not much volume back here, which is kind of nice. So this may be able to move, hopefully, much higher. CMA. Again, a lot of banks are doing great, right? Again, all-time highs right here, trying to get there. If it gets above this 100, 102-ish area, good, but it is extended. So wait for the pullback, then the breakout. WAL, again, similar to all the other ones. This is Western Alliance, trying to get all-time highs, maybe a little bit extended. Just watch it for now. And EWBC is last in this group. Similar to all the other names. Again, it's beautiful look to it. Breakout here would be very, very bullish. All right, next up is going to be IAI, the broker dealers. As you can see, broker dealers near all-time highs. Let's look at some of them. MS, Morgan Stanley, right here. I mean, you can see it's beautiful. This is an old one. You know, we could probably, you know, something like that. It's just consolidating at all-time highs. Looks really good. Again, know your earnings dates, by the way. A lot of these financials have earnings coming up soon. Here's Schwab breaking out to all-time highs. Wait for the pullback. It's kind of extended now. RJF, Raymond James, same look, all-time highs. LPLA, similar look, all-time highs. CBOE, trying to break out to all-time highs, but nice little basing patterns got going on here. And the reason why I've been showing you the ETF in the beginning, because sometimes there's a lot more safety in buying just the ETF and not worrying about the individual names. You know, it's gonna there's because it's spread out among many, it sometimes will give you a little more safety, especially with earnings coming up. So just a consideration. Oh, I've got two regional banks I was looking at. TD, this is Toronto Dominion Bank, looks fantastic. And CADE, this is Cadence Bank. Again, looks fantastic here. Wait for the pullback and then the rocket, right? So those are two more regional banks on the back end there. All right, next up, IAK, which is insurances. You know, so just before I do that, I mean, again, all-time highs, looking great, just getting a little bit extended. MetLife, trying to break out right there. It's beautiful, all-time highs. TRV, Travelers Insurance, again, trying to break out to all-time highs. Watch for the retest, give yourself a good risk reward entry. Aflac. Yeah, I mean, all-time highs. Again, these are weekly charts. We're going back years and years and years, and there's no overhead resistance. You know, it built this beautiful base on the weekly. That's something to take notice of, right? EQH, I wasn't sure where to put this one, so I just put it in this group. Not quite an insurance dealer, but it's trying to break out to all-time highs. Looks great. And of course, I got to put Berkshire Hathaway in here too. They do trains, they do insurance, they do everything. They have Coke, Staples, and all of those things are working right now. So Berkshire Hathaway has to be in here too. Again, got extended, let it come back, and then potentially, but this one looks fantastic also. All right, so that was insurance. Next up is going to be things like Staples and PBJ is food and beverage type stuff. You know, I'm gonna give you a smattering of these, but again, it's breaking out to all-time highs. Another one would be Moo, another ETF. This is the agribusiness ones. So they'll do more fertilizers, but they also have some of the companies, you know, there's some overlap between the two of them. Beautiful flag that's building right over here near all-time highs. So there we go. Moo and PBJ are your two ETFs. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual names. First one, Kroger. You know, it has this double bottom look to it. On the daily, and on the weekly, there's a cup and handle continuation. It's breaking out. It's at all-time highs. That's Kroger, KR, SFM, Sprouts Farmers Market. There you go. Here's from the IPO. This was an important area. It's now breaking out. A little consolidation happening. May need a little rest time here, but this is looking really good. That's SFM. Dollar Tree, DLTR. It's in the discretionary bin, but I really think it's probably more of a staple, to be honest with you. But beautiful looking flag coming up here on the weekly. I mean, it's just been going sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or so. Pretty tight now. And again, near all-time highs. Nice flag. Next up is ADM, Archer Daniels. Again, near all-time highs, actually breaking out to all-time highs. Now let's see if it could, just build it out just a little bit and then break out a little bit extended. BG. This is Bunge Limited, again, breaking out to all-time highs. Not all-time highs, excuse me, right there. Back in 2008, it was higher, right? But this is an area of significance. It's breaking out, so it has a lot of room to run potentially. That was BG. TSN, Tyson Chicken, or Tyson Foods. They do probably more than chicken at this point. But look at this. I mean, just beautiful, base that's building out. And I believe that's all-time highs. It looks like it to me. Nice accumulation coming here on the charts. That's TSN, CTVA, Cortiva. And you're going to see a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cup and handle being produced here. If it gets above the, we'll call it $50 or so, a nice area to manage risk against. That's CTVA. And last one in this group will be Berry, BERY. As you can see, it's breaking out to all-time highs. They do, I believe, packaging, like plastic bottles and whatever, packaging of some sort. So they are breaking out to all-time highs. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to go through the ETFs one more time so you can see them. Again, there's a lot of safety, not a lot of safety. There's some more safety in ETFs. If you like the theme, but don't want to get into individual names, you have XLE. Again, it's been in an uptrend and it's working out really well. You have KRE, regional banks, just, all-time highs, look fantastic. You have IAI. These are the broker dealers looking really strong. Again, all-time highs. You have IAK. These are the insurance guys breaking out to all-time highs. You have PB&J, right? PB&J, which is, food and beverage ETF. Again, breaking out to all-time highs. And then you have the agribusiness right there, flagging near all-time highs. Okay, so there you go. Take what you want from this. Hope it helps. Hope it gives you some great ideas. There's always something working in the market, right? Growth is out of favor right now, but there's rotation into a ton of names. So why not participate in the right areas? Okay. Hope you all have a great day. Good luck this week. Replay this again if you need to get, write down the names and make the trade your own. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, now's the time to do it. Don't forget. Thank you. And you can find me on Twitter at AlphaCharts365. Always adding stuff every single day. Take care.